Becoming more present in my life literally saved me, and I'm gonna tell you how. So, back when I was in high school, I think it was junior year, I went to the doctor because I was having crazy heart palpitations and I got a really, really bad EKG, spikes everywhere, dips everywhere. It was all over the place. And my doctor stopped and looked at me once he saw the results and he said, "Tell me, what are you doing because this EKG is all over the place?" And I kind of laughed it off because he was being pretty serious, and I'm like, whoa, like, you're talking a little crazy to me. And so I laughed, and he's like, "No, I'm serious. What have you been doing?" And so I told him, I said, I'm in two AP classes, I'm doing honors band, and I'm also running track, and I'm one of the top scorers on the team. So it's just a lot of pressure on one person, as a high schooler especially. And he told me, he said, you have to drop something because your heart is not doing good. So, like, I was taking in all of this stress and I wasn't able to see that everything I was doing in my life was leading to me feeling so stressed as a 16, 15-year-old, whatever age you were in 11th grade. And so I ended up cutting out my AP class, one of the AP classes, and I also ended up cutting out track for a season. And that broke my heart. Cutting out the AP class didn't really bother me because I low-key hate social studies and the system that we have. But cutting track really, really broke my heart. It was so tough to do, but I was able to become more present with my breath, present with what I was doing on, a day-to-day basis, and what I was thinking, things that stressed me out, people that stressed me out, and realizing just, as an 11th grader, that you need to pay attention to your health. And it just helped me to become more present with my mind, body, spirit, and heart. And so I just want to get into today how you can do this too. So my deeper self-awareness journey started about 9-10 years ago, 11th grade, like I told you. And I mean, we're always discovering self, right? Because once we come out of the womb, we're discovering so many little things about ourselves. So my deeper self-discovery journey started about 10 years ago. And I would say the first step was really meditation. I know the wellness community really does push meditation and breath work, but for me, that was a big, big turning point. Meditating every night before I went to bed, in the morning when I woke up. And it doesn't have to be anything major. It could be literally you breathing in and out for 4 or 5 breaths, deep and slow, to really acknowledge where you are in that moment, what you're feeling, what your body is going through, pinpointing where you might be feeling stress, and knowing what you can do to combat it. And so by starting to do that, I was able to realize, even when I'm not breathing deeply, where the pain was, or the frustration, or the anger, without doing meditation. And so once you train your body day and night to acknowledge where you're feeling that inconsistent emotion, you'll be able to feel it in a normal day, throughout the day. In order to be more mindful, I also started journaling very heavily. Really, it was daily, sometimes multiple times in a day. And by journaling on a daily or even weekly basis, you're able to look back and realize what you were like back then, the way that you were thinking, and it helps you to become more present in the moment that you're in now by realizing where you truly came from. You see the beauty of the stage that you are in life, the growth that you've went through, and you're able to appreciate yourself more, appreciate your journey, appreciate your pain, and just realize that you really are that girl, or really that boy, that man, that woman. And it just feels so good to realize where you've come, to see exactly where you are now, and in a way, by looking at those past copies of yourself, in a way that have come together into one, you're able to move forward and live in each moment with that strength of your past behind you. The next thing that I did, but that I would say that I'm better at now, because I wasn't great at it back then at all. I would try to do it, but I really didn't do it the best, is not multitasking. And in not multitasking, I would advise you to put your phone on silent, do not disturb, when you're doing things that are important to you, whether it's reading or even if you're on your phone, maybe reading an article, or you're, doing something that's important to you, spending time with family, cooking dinner. Make sure that you're present in that moment, really doing that one thing and engaging yourself fully in it, all of the senses. You want to smell what you're doing, you want to taste what you're doing, you want to feel what you're doing, truly see what you're doing, and engage all of your senses in the experience that you are going through. You really want to immerse yourself in whatever it is that you're doing. Take away all distractions, and if that means putting your phone on do not disturb and not allowing any calls to come in for the next hour or two, that's okay. You don't have to be everyone's savior. I know people have this issue with putting their phone on DND because they're afraid that someone who needs their help might reach out to them. And I understand that. It makes sense. You want to be able to be there for your loved ones, but you got to be there for yourself too. And if it means putting your phone on do not disturb for you to 100% focus on what is feeding you and filling your cup, then do it, because then you'll be able to give that loved one 100% of you the next time around. The next thing I would say is truly giving your undivided attention to your loved ones by sitting there and truly listening to what your mom is saying, your sister is saying, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friend, whoever you might be spending time with. By truly listening to what they're saying and just being in the moment, you're present. You're there. Can you think of a time where you've had your phone out, or maybe even your friend too, or you saw a car or something cool pass by, you completely cut off your friend from what they were saying, and now the conversation is lost? Maybe your friend is a little frustrated that you weren't paying as much attention. But by being present, you'll be able to deepen your relationships. And with all of this, you'll be able to deepen your relationships with yourself and others, and anyone new you may come across, because people sense when you're a present person, and people love being around people who are present. They feel the healing energy, they feel the deep and focused energy from that person, and it just makes for a very immersive and electric almost experience with that person, and people love that. So by becoming this way, by becoming very present in your life, you'll be able to attract better experiences for yourself and deepen the experiences with the people around you. So in the end, by becoming more present and focused in your life, you'll be able to have a calmer state of mind, able to think more clearly. You'll become the best you and slowly gravitate toward the things that truly feed your soul. You'll think about everything that you do, what you're eating, your healthy habits, your job, your future, and you'll begin putting into place the things that truly make you happy, and the people around you will see it, they'll feel it, and it'll bring joy to you and the people around you. So let me know if this video helped at all. Let me know if I could talk more about anything that I said here, and be sure to leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in another video. Peace.